I don't look like I just got back from Florida. Welcome back to the Magnet Minute. I'm your host, Amy Schmidauer, and I'm really excited about this episode. I just got back from Orlando, Florida for Playlist Live, an unconference, let's call it, for the YouTube community and video makers online. Being a vlogger myself, it was a really exciting trip for me because I got to talk to a lot of YouTubers that I watch on a daily basis or weekly basis and kind of get some advice from them and feedback of my own work. I was fortunate enough to get a little bit of time from a few big names on YouTube just for you guys so you can find out how they got their start on YouTube and what their advice is for people that are looking to make videos themselves. Scott Kinmartin is a comedian on YouTube. You can find him on his channel Scott Kinmartin and also Scott a Minute. Austin Evans reviews technology on his channel. You can find him on the Duncan 33303 channel. And Chris Thompson is a musician on the network. You can find him on the Supricky06 channel. Check out my footage from the conference of a little bit of what they were saying about how they got their start on YouTube, the type of people they're networking with as they continue their career, and how you can start your own channel. Check it out.
I do technology videos, so everything from iPhones, computers, you know, like tutorials, all kinds of stuff. I'm here with Corel, demoing their video studio, so which is what I use to edit all my videos on a couple hours a day anyway. So you know, I was like, asked me like, hey, you want to come down and demo it? I'm like, sure, of course. A little more than 3 years ago, I got my first iPod Touch and iPods and iPhones and everything. That was really big back then. So I was like, okay. So I became friends with a YouTuber, and we kind of got, started working on the site and everything. And one day he's like, Austin, you just got to start making videos. I'm like, okay. So my first videos were terrible. They were awful, but I had a good time doing it. It was fun.
Yeah.
So I did it, and I did another one and another one, and 750 videos later, I'm still doing another one and another one and another one.
Awesome.
I was a producer of a show. I was an online variety and entertainment network. We traveled the country. We had a tour bus. And then when we were running out of money, running out of sponsorships, I told the producer, I said, let me show you some YouTubers, some of my friends, because I mingled with them back in '06. You know, Phil DeFranco, Kevin Nultz, Shay Carl, all those guys. So I became friends with them. And then as they're blowing up and I'm like nobody anymore, I start over. And I started doing interviews. I had a show we did. We spotlighted people. And long story short, when we finally split after like 2 years, I went solo. And now VidCon 2010 and 11, you meet people that you see through the computer, and then when it becomes IRL, when it's in real life, you get to meet them and you find out who has egos and who doesn't and who's super cool, and then you do collabs and you talk and you hang out, and that's basically what happened, and now I still hang out with them.
I love being able to explain to people and like help them grow, because we didn't have that. Nobody did what we did.
Because it hadn't been done. It's still really new. I mean, YouTube's only...
People don't get it. People don't understand what's going on. They're like, you do what?
No.
What is this
you
do?
And imagine what that looks like for somebody that doesn't have a huge following, and they're answering to that. They're saying, oh, I'm going after this career in digital video.
And they see some of the people who are making this, because when I first started, people were just sitting talking to cameras, and now like one of the guys who's with the same network I am is doing a video with Chris Rock, and like you got people like Freddie W who's doing like super high quality stuff, and it's just like, how do you compete?
Yeah,
you know, and, like,
absolutely.
Freddie
W especially, I mean, his effects are just so amazing.
He went to USC Film School. Like, how do you compete with that?
You can't.
You can't. That's why you just create your own.
That's right.
You don't worry about Freddie W, because you are not Freddie W, you are your own unique snowflake.
How fun is that you've kind of reached a point where a sponsor's approaching you and saying, you're really awesome and we want you to come and work at our booth because you know so much about the program and you're doing this every single day. You're the best person to teach people how to use it.
It's awesome. This is the first major thing that I've been able to do. Like, I've gone to events and stuff, but I've always been on the other end where I'm like talking with reps and like letting them give me demos. This is the first time I've actually been on the other side. It's cool. I really like it. I mean, I finally got to the point, like you said, where I feel like I'm going on I kind of got over the first major hump, whatever, okay, but yeah.
Do you have any advice for those? I mean, you had all the connections, you're from the grassroots of the big people on YouTube. So what's your advice for somebody that's just starting fresh?
I would say, do something that you love. You know, I was like, I want to share my life with people. But if you think that that's what it is that you want to do it. You might get 5 views. Do something that you really love. When you build up a following, then start doing it daily. So make sure you're investing your time into it wisely and don't approach it for the money. If you do it for the money, you kind of lose the passion, and your viewers will see that. So that translates. Make sure it's genuine.
Don't look at it as a competition. Look at it as somebody has got a skill set that you need to learn, and that work with that person, and by the end you have your skill set and you have everything that they know too, and you guys have created something awesome.
For the extended version of all of those interviews, make sure you head to my personal channel, Schmitastic. Continue the conversation on Twitter at Schmitastic and at Magnet Media Inc. I'll see you on the next one. For more great tips and resources, make sure you sign up for the Magnet Media Resource Center and newsletter at magnetmediafilms.com/subscribe.